least temporarily visible and vivid to you. As you'll see, each of the different varieties of invisible light, from gamma rays to infrared to ultraviolet, has its own characteristics and peculiarities, as distinct as red is from blue. We'll meet rays that pass through solid matter instead of being reflected by it, and others that cause water to boil. Some come from deep space and zoom through astronauts' brains. Others are left over from the birth of the universe. You may be surprised to find how much of our world and our history is touched by invisible rays. They rescued lives when the Titanic went down. They helped determine the daily weather. Some can produce sudden, lethally destructive damage in human bodies. We'll split our exploration into two equally important parts. In some chapters, we'll go back in time to meet the pioneering scientists who first saw the invisible. Until the 18th century, no one had the faintest idea that there might be such a thing as light that cannot be detected by human vision, and until the 19th century, no one had any proof of its existence. But once the discoveries of invisible light began, they avalanched until most of today's indispensable aspects of life, the ones we take for granted, depend on them. In other chapters, we'll explore how these phantoms affect our lives and our bodies as they provide their near magical conveniences, from the cell phone in your pocket to the radio in your car. What role does invisible light play in our medicine, our technology, and our culture in the 21st century? What new opportunities for its use are on the horizon? Like my family lazing around the living room that summer afternoon, you probably have questions about how invisible light is affecting your health. What are the microwaves from your cell phone doing to your brain? What is radiation, and how much of it are you exposed to? Which invisible ray causes the most annual deaths? Which foods are most radioactive? This book will answer all those questions, clarifying once and for all the controversial claims about radiation's health consequences. Some of the things you'll learn will soothe you. Ultraviolet light can decrease your risk of cancer, and some will shock you. A single whole-body CT scan delivers more radiation than was received by Hiroshima survivors a mile from ground zero. But, in every case, context is key. Myths will be busted, and wild facts will abound. Chapter 1. Light Fantastic. If God really did say, "Let there be light," it was no small housewarming present. There is a lot of light in the universe, 1 billion photons of light for every subatomic particle. In terms of individual items in the cosmos, including the components of atoms, photons constitute 99.9999999% of everything. The universe is literally made of light, and that includes not only ordinary, everyday, visible light, but also the vast majority of light, the kind we cannot see. Light is an astonishing entity, and the quest to understand it has obsessed the greatest thinkers in disparate cultures through the centuries. The ancient Greeks, probably by sheer dumb luck, were the first to hit upon a key aspect of visible light, that it does not exist independent of us as observers. Physics now tells us that light is made up of intertwined magnetic and electrical fields. Since neither magnetism nor electricity is visible to our eyes, light is inherently invisible. When we look at a bright orange sunset, we're not directly perceiving actual light. Rather, the energy reaching us from those electromagnetic pulses stimulates billions of neurons in our retinas and brains, which then fire to arouse a complex neurological architecture that produces in us the sensation of orange. An entire biological empire is thus as essential to the existence of brightness and colors as the photons themselves. The Greeks didn't know anything about brain structure.